Now, Puff was a giant white Persian cat. And when I say giant, I don't mean one of those fluffy internet cats sitting in a baby stroller while somebody named Crystal explains his anxiety disorder. No. Puff weighed about 22 pounds and looked like he'd been assembled from leftover bobcat parts behind a logging camp. Big bastard. White as fresh snow, yellow eyes. Permanent expression that said, "I hope something stupid happens today." Nobody remembers where he came from. I don't. My parents didn't. My sister didn't. One day there simply wasn't a giant psychotic Persian cat living on the farm. The next day there was. Like taxes. He just appeared. And after that, everybody understood one thing. That wasn't our cat. We were his people. Big difference. Now we had a farm. Dairy cows. Horses. Pigs. Chickens. The usual chaos. And Puff mostly lived in the barn. Which worked out because he absolutely hated rodents. That cat murdered rats with the dedication of a tax auditor trying to ruin somebody's weekend. Mouse, gone. Rat, gone. Anything furry smaller than a football, gone. The barn population learned quickly. If you heard footsteps, run. If you heard claws, pray. If you saw Puff, too late. But there were three things he hated most. Rodents. Being touched, and my old man. Especially my old man. Nobody ever figured out why. Maybe they had a disagreement before I was born. Maybe one owed the other money. Maybe they were simply two stubborn assholes competing for the same title. Whatever the reason, those two spent years trying to prove which one was harder to get along with. Now my dad wasn't helping. This was the early 80s. The recession was hammering people. Dad had entered that stage of life where a man grows a beard, quits caring if his clothes match, and wanders around barns looking like he lost a fight with a lawnmower. Meanwhile, Puff was living his best life, killing rodents, starting fights, fighting crimes. Then came the day both of them found common ground. A religious solicitor. I was about 11 years old. Home alone except for Puff. The cat was stretched across the top porch step. Everybody knew the rule. Step over Puff. Never touch Puff. Then a car pulls up. Out steps a fellow in a suit. Couple kids. Jehovah's Witnesses. Coming to spread the good word. Unfortunately, nobody spread the word to Puff. The guy walks up the steps, looks at the cat. And instead of stepping over him, he nudges him with his shoe. Maybe he thought Puff was asleep. Maybe he thought Puff was friendly. Whatever the reason, he touched the cat. Folks, The sound Puff made cannot be described using any known human language. The cat exploded. White fur, claws, teeth, pure concentrated hatred. The poor guy starts screaming. The kids start screaming. The cat's screaming. Everybody's screaming. Puff is climbing this man's suit like he's attempting to summit Mount Everest. Ripping fabric, shredding shoelaces, removing chunks of dignity. I was standing inside holding the screen door, trying to decide if I should help. Then I remembered I enjoyed having blood inside my body. So I stayed where I was. About then my old man comes around from the barn. He takes one look, sees a missionary getting dismantled by a Persian cat, sees crying children, sees panic, and somehow decides this is hilarious. The fellow points a Puff and yells, "Your cat attacked me!" Dad squints, looks at him, looks at the cat, and says, "You one of those Jehovah Joe types?" The man says, "Jehovah's Witnesses." Dad nods, points toward the barn. "Think that's something? Come around back and meet the dogs." That was the last religious visit we ever got. Word must have spread.